trust me, people always talk. People have their opinions. It's just about you not letting those opinions disturb you and define.
Welcome back to Friends Unfiltered. We're thrilled to have this momentous occasion, our third anniversary.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
3 years.
3 years of unfiltered conversations, trying to raise awareness on mental health, talking
That
about
is-
friends. So
That is amazing.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was actually 3 years.
it has
Expecting
been,
like 1 year, but like okay.
it has been a journey. People, it's easy for you to say, he just started, but like you won't know how
But
far
you've
they.
actually gone.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Because I started this in my freshman year.
100 level.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
And now I'm a graduate. So
Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Congratulations for that.
So actually, the last episode that we did, I actually did it before my fourth defense. Like that was my defense day.
Oh wow!
So I went to record, and then I came back here to shoot. That's how much I love you guys.
Dedication right there.
Exactly. So, joining us today is a fantastic guest who just not too recently graduated from the university.
It's very not recent.
And is already making waves in the working industry.
Would I say making?
I'll say so.
I think I'm just silently.
Oh no, she's trying to be, what's the word, humble.
I'm just silently moving. I think I'm just building my connections right now, and I'm just trying to get navigate, little and just know my footing and where I.
But like you're doing awesome. Like you said, the VC even commended you.
That guy is a fan of me. Like, he's
going to be on the show. I mean, he was meant to be on the show like last month, but like his schedule and my schedule just didn't align.
Busy people.
Yeah.
When you grow with the VC now, like me now, very hard to get me on the schedule. Like,
I have to beg her to be here, you guys.
literally.
Don't worry, we have BTS that says otherwise. But anyways, moving on. I have Tosin here with me today. So Tosin, please introduce yourself to the Unfiltered fam.
Okay, so hi guys, my name is Tosin. Before I introduce myself, before Bill goes ahead and shows BTS of me, but I am very excited to be here. Super excited. Like, it's one of my little dreams come true. I am a fan of the Friends Unfiltered podcast, a very big fan. So anyway, let's go back to the introduction of me. Hi, my name is Tosin. I like to introduce myself with the things that I'm big on.
Okay.
I'm literally big on God, achieving my goals, and personal growth. Like, no, I'm serious. Like personal growth. Like those are the things I'm big on. Like moving forward in life and not trying to hold yourself back from whatever it is that you feel like, oh, it's a problem or it's like an issue you get. So like those are three things I'm big on. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, welcome to the show, Tosin.
Thank you.
I mean, you already spilled the tea on what this episode is about.
Oops.
Exactly.
Oops.
Now you've caught on my oops. So today we're going to be talking about personal growth. And I think it's just very fitting for a special episode for the anniversary to speak on personal growth because...
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you, as you're listening right now, just take a deep breath. Out. And say, I'm not where I was 3 years ago.
I'm not where I was 3 years ago.
Exactly. So that means you should give yourself credit a little more because we've actually grown from where we used to be.
Yeah.
So we have a couple sections here. I don't know. Should we do the unfiltered takes where we had people's questions coming first? Or should that at the end of the episode? What do you think?
I think we should do that now.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we just find a way to segue.
All right, so that's why I'm holding this paper. I didn't want to use my phone. I didn't want to be distracted. I have a wedding tomorrow. But by the time you're seeing this, the wedding would have passed. So, I don't know, if you want to, you can check my Instagram highlights. My sister is getting married.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. May is such a great month so far.
I think so.
Yeah. And by the time this is out, I think my birthday will be in 3 days. Yeah, so the anniversary is 3 days before my birthday.
I am adding that to my calendar. Your birthday should be celebrated.
Yes, we've come a long way.
We have
grown.
We have grown.
All right, so for the unfiltered takes, you know how it goes. We have it on our Google form. You just go there, put a dilemma, put suggestion, anything at all.
Yeah.
So for the first one, we have this is from a baby. I think this is a dilemma.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a friend that did something bad in the past, and it's not like he or she okay, they don't want to spill the gender. He or she continued doing it, but there's that image of her which has been dented. And before I became friends with him or her, I had this feeling not to, because we didn't start off on the right foot. Unfortunately for me now, I am hearing rumors about myself. Oops. That don't sit right with me. These rumors are being about me being his or her partner, in what's him or her. Oh, this him or her is quite confusing. But in what him or her did, and to be honest, I do not even have the strength for such, because I lived in very low key life in school, and my friend is the type of person that they call us busybody, like to be seen everywhere by people and seek the validation of people, and it's something that I put up with them. But considering the fact that it is now because of this characteristic that I am, oh, you guys, please help me with your structuring. Like, you should understand that an image is very important thing in one's life, and getting your image dented at this point in life isn't really something that should be condoned. So what do you think? That's the question. Did you get the whole tea?
Okay, so can we break down I want to understand the tea. So she used to be friends with somebody,
Yes.
and then the person started spreading rumors about her,
Mm-hmm.
and now the person is like literally tarnishing her image.
Yeah.
Literally. Okay. So
And like, she's trying to break up the friendship, and then the person is finding an issue with it. Like, yeah.
okay, so my advice to this person, I should give an advice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so my advice to this person is literally block. I'm serious. Block and delete this person. If there's anything that I've learned in 4 years, I have broken up friendships. I have had people tarnish my image. I've had rumors spread. Like, I don't know, currently there's a particular rumor that's going about around some certain type of people that when it got to me, I was shocked. And I was like, wow, so I did that?
Oh, the rumor said shock you.
The rumor shocked me. I was like, oh wow. And then it was about me and like my other friend. And you know, I just feel like people will talk. There's anything that I've learned in this life, or I've learned generally about moving with people, or like group of friends, or a particular person, whatever, is that people will always talk.
Yeah, definitely.
And you cannot fully 100% trust anybody, even if you feel like there's always a room of or an element of surprise with anybody. So always get ready. And I feel like she has seen that element of surprise, like what the person is spreading rumors and talking about her. And I feel like my advice to you is that you should literally just do whatever it is to like cut the person off. I feel like the reason why the person is able to continue badgering you about continuing the friendship or whatever is because you are giving them access to you.
Yeah.
So I feel like you should withdraw access. It is that you need to unfriend the person on social media, you need to block the person, you need to tell the person off, like literally have a message constructed and tell the person, this is where I stand, this is where my head is at, and this is what I want. If you cannot respect that, I feel like I'm going to have to take drastic measures. And if the person doesn't still listen to you, then you need to actually take drastic measures, like block and like literally block the person off. I've had friendships that I have had to end. I think we had that conversation earlier today. I've had, because the person was overstepping
those boundaries,
my boundaries, and I was like, you know what, uncle, I am going to have to block and delete you. And that ended up leading me to end up like having to end a total community that I had, like a group of friendship. And you know what, I thought I couldn't recover from that because I don't have that much friends. So I thought I couldn't recover from that, and funny enough, I am doing perfectly fine. You are doing well. Whatever anybody says about you, true or not true, don't let it define you. If it's something that, I think she said something about you and the person have been a partner or whatever.
Yeah.
Trust me, I am a subject of, everybody will think at some point I am dating somebody because I'm close to, because I always have like, I'm friends with the other gender most of the time. The little friends that I do have, that I do know that I can trust, they are like the opposite sex, and our kind of relationship kind of like let people get people confused, like, oh, that is the person that she's seeing or whatever, and I'm literally just friends with this person. People will talk. Okay, so I have like a lot of male friends, and many times people always think that we are some sort of in a relationship because of the tightness and the closeness and the
Mm-hmm.
oh hey the hugs and every single thing, the way I interact with them, you can actually misinterpret. And trust me, people always talk. People have their opinions. It's just about you not letting those opinions disturb you and define you. I feel like sometimes, yeah, there's this thing that they say actions are louder than words. So let's say a rumor about you and this person is going around, but people then see that but this is not what is happening. So it's now that person falling back and
Yeah.
looking like the idiot. G gets sorry for the very harsh language. That person looking back and like, okay, you are always spreading false rumors. I've had that situation where people are like, yeah, what you're saying about this babe is not true. Trust me, people that view me from an outside, especially when I was in Babcock University, people that viewed me from an outside that didn't really know me closely, they would say, oh, she's mean, she's nasty, she's rude. Let me guess, you had that opinion as well.
No, I didn't, but like I know lots of people that
People will tell you,
did.
they'll say that, oh, she's mean, she's nasty, she's rude, she's this. But then people then come up close, it's like, you're funny, you are just a silly ass person. You don't have that much to you. Like you're a
Yeah.
very simple ass person, and like there's nothing excuse my French. There's nothing, literally rude up. And I'm like, thank you for vindicating me. Thank you for and I feel like that's just it. So you know what? Cut the person off. It doesn't. Let me tell you something. The people that you need to be friends with right now are people that can take you to the top.
Yeah.
Honestly, those are the people that you need to be friends
I mean,
with.
we're talking about personal growth. So
We're
yeah.
talking about personal growth. So yeah, these are the people you need to be friends with. People that can make you grow, not the person that is pulling you back, making you wonder, think about your self-esteem, whatever. So my dear friend, cut him off and live a very happy life, or cut him off.
I think what stood out to me in this dilemma was the fact that he or she got a hitch that the person was not like kind of person to be acquainted, because it's here that we didn't start off on the right foot. So that means there was a second chance that you gave this person, and now
The person has scattered it.
exactly. So sometimes trust your guts.
Yeah.
Trust your guts.
Honestly, you know about trusting God. I remember one time in camp, or when I was in NYC camp, and then there was this particular babe that we had, like she was trying to be friends with, like a girl. So it was this guy, this particular guy, it was an influencer. I won't reveal who he is because of confidentiality purposes. He was an influencer, and he, obviously a lot of people wanted to be friends with him, or whatever. So he had a group of friends. Now this particular babe, I particularly did not even like. I did not like her at all. I did not like her because it was just from my God. She hasn't done anything. I
get that sometimes.
my spirit
The
man
aura
was just not giving. And then when I got to know a few facts about her, I was like, yeah, that's it. That's the reason why I don't like
Confirmation.
her. Confirmation. I was like, I'm not going there, and I'm very happy. So sometimes you have to actually listen to yourself. When you cut off people from the beginning, there has to be something inside of you repelling that person. Could be your spirit, man. Sometimes the Holy Spirit. I don't know if you're a Christian over. The Holy Spirit is literally telling you, don't move with that person. That person is
discernment. So
discernment.
That's
Work with that, my love.
So okay, she goes on to say, my mind is telling me to just stay off completely, yes.
Definitely.
And I had started feeling insecure when I moved out, or I want to walk around school. Okay, so I can understand the fact that because you're in the same space, you're bound to meet each other and like collide, and maybe you have mutual friends and stuff like that. And something that couldn't be said in the last episode on Second Chances was when she blocked someone on social media, she blocked the person in real life.
Wow.
I don't know how she does that. I don't know. I told her to teach me. She hasn't taught me yet, but like that's fine.
I went through something similar in uni. So in my 4th year, my classmates, like these are my course mates, people that we went to class together for 3 good years, cut off from the group. I was literally isolated and cut off from the group. And I had to go to class on my own, and these are people that I will still see. We always sit down in front together. So because of them, it doesn't mean I will not sit down in front in class anymore. Because of them, I literally behave like the people or this particular person that caused the group to go apart. I behave like that person did not exist for good 6 months.
Oh, I'm
we were
good
together.
with that too.
And so I think I will agree with Kumbi from that like I would actually literally cut
Block
you
the
off
person.
physically. I don't want to see you. I don't want to have anything to do with you because you're affecting my mental health. Like I don't even see you. So if you need ginger, remind yourself that you are a bad bee and you can do things by yourself and on your own, and you're fine without that person.
All right, so I think we've done justice to that. The next one we have is ghosts. You guys should come up with more creative names. I want to hear some names and like giggle. I don't
I
know.
mean, if you listen, I don't know if you listen to I said what I said
I
podcast.
do
If you listen to the
exactly.
names they give
They
themselves,
have very interesting names. Now we have a baby and now we have Ghost. You guys, come on now, cook a little more.
let's do more.
So Ghost says, how do you stop being jealous of your friends? Because sometimes it's not really intentional. Do you want to take this one or should I?
I think you should start off because I started off on the other one. Then let
Okay,
me ride off
I
you.
was hoping you'd.
Okay, you're open. I will take it.
Okay,
No.
so I would say go and listen to the episode on friendship jealousy again to save my ass because I don't think I have so much to say right now. But I'll just say we gave tips there. Please let's see. How do you stop being jealous of your friend? Okay, I think you just start putting yourself in their shoes. And when I say that, I mean like when they win, see it as a win for you. And that's how friendship should be. And also having a relationship with God, I mean that solves everything.
Yeah, I was going to come from a very spiritual angle, but finish.
Having a relationship with God, that solves everything because it takes away any form of bitterness or envy. There's just genuine joy for that person when they win. You guys win together, and that's the beauty of friendships, right?
Yeah.
Because, like you said, you should have people around you that want to grow, because that would help your personal growth.
Yeah.
If they're growing, I'm growing too, or if they are growing, they're motivating me to want to do better.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that pushes me because sometimes I just want to do better so I can motivate people around me. Like they might not be there when they want to do something that they want to do, but like I'm not there either. I'm not. Do you understand? But like me just trying to put myself out there is motivation enough for them, and that's a great thing. So, if I'm going to say anything about how to stop being jealous of your friends, I'll just say, try to be. Or try to find the root of it as well. You want to know why you're actually jealous, and you want to know whether it's actually jealousy you're feeling. So very soon we'll have an episode with a psychologist and a therapist. I want us to like dive more into the emotion circle.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you think it's jealousy, but it might be deeper than that. It might be anger.
Yeah, there might be anger, there might be, you not
Envy,
feeling as if
mhm.
you are enough, or why can't I do that as
Yeah.
well? So yeah.
So you need to find out the root. If it's insecurities, you need to know exactly what it is that you're feeling. So that would help you tackle. So you say you want to go from a very
Okay,
spiritual
so
point of view. So
ever since I started taking like my faith seriously, I've noticed that jealousy is like a fruit. It's something that the devil uses to manipulate relationships, to destroy certain things. Because when you're jealous, you start acting a certain type of way. You start saying, you start distancing yourself from people and all that because you're jealous, you're angry, you're all that. Jealousy is like a fruit of, it's an evil. See, trust me, it's evil. It's bad. But when I started taking my faith seriously, I started, the devil is always working. He's always working. The devil is always working. So, when I started taking my faith seriously, there's this isolation process God takes you away from to work on you. And then he works on you like personally who you are. So I was going through my isolation process and I'd open social media and I see my friends out, out and about. There was a particular place I saw myself. I saw my friends, getting jobs, getting promotions, I have older friends. So most of my friends are like older. And many of my friends, because I kind of took school like a few years back, many of my friends are probably doing their masters now or about to round up their masters. And now I'm looking at my friends where I should be, where I should have been. And I'm like, oh my God, why am I not there? Why am I not there? But then ever since I take my faith seriously, I found myself just being so happy for them, like more happy. I feel like if you are in tune with God, you will know that everybody's timing is different. Especially if, like, let's say you're going through something and you want something, and then you find out that your friend wants it. Your friend also wants it as well. Like, let's say both of you want a job, and then your friend gets the job first, and then I have a very good example.
I actually have a good one.
I have a very beautiful example. Busa.
Exactly.
When I was running for
I was going to say school politics.
School politics. So I remember then, before the first year in Busa, that's like when I was my 300 level, my friend and we wanted to go for a particular position. She was supposed to go for I think Senate president or something, and then I would go for another post. So we're supposed to literally run the Senate House together. Then my best friend, Lala Olamide. So she then changed her mind that she wants to run for. She said she's going for SP. And I'm like, okay, I wanted SP as well. And as friends, I just said, I let it go. If you notice, I started my campaign very late for SP because Lala was going for SP at first, and I stayed back and I was like, let her have it because I didn't want to go to the executive house. And then she backed off SP and said she was going for VP. Now, I was like, okay, so this is an opportunity. So I started running for SP. Now, I didn't have the time advantage because I started running late and everything. Now, Lala won VP square, fair and square. I lost SP. And the losing was very terrible. It was a very terrible losing. And for some point, I resented. I don't think I've ever told her that. I have never told her. So I'm literally confessing this. Lala, if you're watching this, I love you. I was proud of you. I'm happy for you. But throughout that time, I was literally very sad and very down. And I was very angry at her. And I was very resentful at her. I was really angry. And I was like, oh my God, if Lala had made up her mind that she wanted to run Kine, I would have won this thing. I would have done this. I would have done that. And then honestly, it was literally, at some point, I realized, oh my God, I'm jealous. And that makes me a very terrible friend. And I was like, what, I have to work on me. So when you
good
start,
on you for being self-aware.
So when you start, exactly, at the same time, for you to, I'm happy that self-aware made you literally say you were jealous. You are jealous. So now that you are aware, you need to work on how can I move past that? How can I walk away from that and move to loving my friend, loving who that person is, or loving that person's, goals, and helping them. You don't know that sometimes just helping them alone can make you just feel better. Knowing that, like Bill said, knowing their wins are your wins. My best friend is VP. What are you saying? Excuse you? Excuse you. My best friend is the vice president, so you can't talk to me anyhow. It came with its perks. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And all that type of stuff. So if you always look at the brighter side of things, I feel like that's just very important. So yeah, be happy for your friend. Play with them. Your wins are their wins are your wins. If that's how your friendship works.
All right. The next question we have. Okay, this is for you. I like that I didn't go through this before. Yeah. So this person is asking. MC is asking, what do you fear most about your life? That's quite deep. But like,
what do you say is for me?
It's right here.
It's right there.
Maybe it's from someone that you put on
my story.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do I fear most about my life? I think I fear that I won't be able to impact the world as much as I want to, and I would just be redundant. One of my biggest goals is one of my biggest goals before it used to be I want to be able to walk into a room and not have to introduce myself. There's if they walk into a room, they don't have to say anything. You know who they are. You know everything about them. You have been stalking them for the longest time, but that has been one of my biggest goals. But then it changed because I started taking my faith seriously. I started walking with God. And now it is that I don't make enough impact as I need to. I don't make enough impact as I need to. That is my biggest fear. Like, to be at somewhat the end of my life, let's say reflecting or whatever. We don't know when it's the end, obviously.
Exactly.
But like, if I do get to where I grow old and I'm old, looking back and saying, I made an impact in this place. If I haven't done that, honestly, for me, it's not about the money. Obviously, I want the wealth, I want whatever that comes with it, but it's not about the money. It's about helping people, the impact. Because I care so much about people growing, and because I've been that person that has been down in the bottom of the barrel, not like influential wise, like depressed, down, low, can't feel like I can't achieve anything. Do you understand? But wanting people I want to be so impactful to people. Like, I want to say, I met Tosin and I felt a change in her. Or I felt a change with her just being around me.
I mean, like, impact means a lot to me as well. And I remember, so for the booster dinner, there was an award show. I mean, there's always award show, and yeah. So for the dinner, they did this whole entire school awards where there were categories like most influential, content creator of the year. And you have these things on the departmental level, but this was on the entire school level.
Yeah.
So it was a big deal, kind of. And I was nominated for 2 categories, most influential and content creator of the year. And I mean, like, it was a flex for me at the time. I didn't even campaign for any of, people say vote for me, but I just felt the honor of being recognized for those 2 categories was enough for me. And like, I was fine with that, especially because or no, more so, my friends were in the same categories as I was. The influential, they were all my friends, or at least acquaintances.
Yeah. Sorry.
You understand?
Just want to get comfortable.
Okay, no, get comfortable.
Yeah, I feel like I can talk better this way. Yeah, let's go.
So please let us know in the comments if you find that word at all.
I just find it comfortable sitting this way. I feel like it's a more conversational and I'm gisting with my friends. So
I mean, like, if you're not watching on YouTube, you kind of be lost right now.
Do you get?
But like, just check the video
YouTube.
when you have
maybe
time.
at this particular point, when you get to this point, just go and check it.
Okay, so what was I saying?
You were saying how you were friends with the people on the list.
Exactly. So that also prompted me not to want to campaign for it or like to push, because I mean we have mutual friends. I'm putting them in a position to pick. I didn't want to have to do that, so I just let
That's
it go.
so sweet of you.
Thank you. And one of my friends actually pushed for one of the categories, and I was like, I mean, I never told her it was an issue. So like, since we're confessing on this episode, I actually did not. I wasn't comfortable with it, especially because she got some of her friends to comment this person for this, and I was like, I thought it was not an issue, but like it started getting to me. But I didn't want to talk to her about it. I just felt maybe to her it's not that deep, so let it not be that deep for me. You know how I like to just meet people where they are. So I was like, it's not a big deal for her, let it not be a big deal for me either. So I just let it slide. Like later on, she got to me like, why are you pushing? And I'm not going to say none of us winning it was compensation, but like none of us actually won it. Do you understand?
That's bad.
No, not like
you're like, well, I didn't try.
Because I mean, like, if she did win, I might have resented her
A little, true.
exactly.
True.
So that kind of saved it. Like, okay, you didn't get it, I didn't get it. Oh, let's together.
Let's lose together.
I mean, that's actually a type of jealousy. If I'm being honest,
That's
that's a
there's
jealousy
a word
type.
for it. I can't remember.
It's a jealous type of mentality, Sha. When you're happy that but like, I promise you that was not it. That wasn't it. It was just, oh my god, I can't escape for myself.
There's some things that you cannot just explain, but it's not as bad as you
Exactly,
think
it's not as bad as that. I wasn't happy that she lost because I lost. I was just like, none of us got it. No problem. And the person that got it was not really friends. So I was like,
it's okay.
exactly, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
So my point with sharing that story was, I now knew that I didn't win any of the two categories. Like when I told my siblings, they were like, "Oh, you're going to be another Davido at the Grammys, getting multiple nominations and leaving me none." I was like, this my siblings can be so insensitive sometimes. So like, that's not what I want to hear.
Yeah.
But after they announced the winner of the second one, I was like, oh, okay, we lost it too. And then the next thing I know, they called my name for an award. And what was the award? For my positive impact towards the students. And like, that was not just compensation. That was the most rewarding thing ever.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wow, positive impact to the students. And it was not even voted for. It was like,
they literally saw that is what you do.
So just have this, and they probably already decided to give me that, whether I had won or not. So it was not like they were trying to compensate me. It was just positive impact. And like that hit deep. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And okay, let me not bore you guys so much with my hours because there are many.
Woo! God when. Literally God when.
So what I fear about the most in my life is not attaining my full potential, and it's very linked with not having impact. Not necessarily maybe walk into a room and everyone knows, but I want to look back and just be proud of myself at every point in my life.
Yeah, that every decision that I took, and then another thing that I fear most, Judgment Day, and then.
We don't need to table that
if we
down.
talk about that one, no, okay.
So let's not get into
Don't let us do that.
Because what? That is the ultimate goal. We have to make it to heaven, please. That is actually, that's not what I fear the most in my life. That's what I fear the most in my afterlife.
It's not even afterlife. No, it's not that. Is it even the
you know what?
Let's don't worry. I know the space. I know I'm going to talk about.
So the next, this person put her name, but I don't know if I want.
I think we should just give the person a code name.
A code name. We made it optional on the form to be anonymous. So.
But what if somebody dies? Maybe we should
get
an understanding of the dilemma.
Okay, let me see. Let me give the person a nickname.
Yeah. Okay.
Shakira.
Shakira.
So Shakira is asking, how can one leave a toxic relationship? The person manipulates you into thinking you're a bad guy all the time and even makes you apologize for things he or she did. Gaslighting and manipulation are one of the lead causes of toxic relationships today. So how can you leave a toxic relationship? A relationship could be friendship, it could be platonic, it could be romantic.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So I don't know why all these questions. I feel like people that ask this question, they know me. You know, they know me.
I mean, you did put it up.
I did put it up, like,
so,
you know, yeah. So how can one live a toxic relationship? It's hard. It's hard because I'll take it from an experience point of view. I remember my first year in university, I got into a relationship with. I got into two relationships. So before I got into my first year, I had my pre-degree, and I was in a relationship with a guy. Now this person is 56, but I don't care. I really don't care. I know
you should. I mean, we're unfiltered here.
It's unfiltered, so yeah. I'm sorry that I'm sharing whatever, but you know, the guy literally was very. Then I was still trying to figure out who I was, relationship-wise, and I'm in university, and I'm trying to figure out who I am, what I'm all about, alone without any other person there trying to see. So, you know, I had this guy, you know, tall, dark, handsome. He's still very handsome. But one thing that he did when we were in a relationship was that he kind of like gaslit me a little. Every single time I tried to bring up like a problem or things I felt like they were, like, let's say, oh, he doesn't text me. He only texts me like twice a day. I'm a big girl that, you know, I'm not asking you to text me 24 hours. I'm just asking you, text me in the morning, text me in the afternoon, text me in the night. That's okay.
That's your bare minimum.
Check-in. That's like my bare minimum. But if you do more, I'm fine, I'm okay. But every time I brought it up, like, you don't even text me, like, I don't understand. You're a student. You are this. I'm a student. I'm this. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You understand? You're just really reading too much. It's not that serious. Obviously, I really do like you. You know, even add a little bit of chocolate to it. Every single thing. I'll be like, okay, maybe I'm the one overthinking it. I'll go back and sit down. Anytime I'll hesitate to talk about it.
Sorry, let me cut in and ask you a quick question.
Sure.
So, what triggers you more? Calm down, or is not that serious?
It's not that serious. It is that serious. I feel like, trust me, once it aches you a little, once it pricks you a little, it is serious. Because you don't know to the extent at which it will get very that. You don't know which extent it will not get that serious. You don't know that extent. So once it pricks you a little, once it's a little pinch, it is serious. Because you don't know what extent, you don't know to the level. There are some insects that are very tiny. If they bite you, they are that tiny. You never know, but you never know the seriousness of it. There are some snakes that are very small. If they bite you, you never know how poisonous they are. Do you understand? So
it's not for you to assume whether it's deep or not.
It's not for you to assume. Once it aches you and it disturbs you, walk away. That's just it. So anyway, back to the story. So this guy would do this multiple times, whatever. At some point, I got the courage to leave, but that wasn't that serious. Now, where I'm going to is my second relationship. I was there for 2 years in that relationship. Now, it was very beautiful. What were these? Said gaslighting and manipulation,
which are kind of intertwined.
Lying, manipulation, gaslighting, self-esteem,
full package from the devil.
Full package. But for me, it was, for me, I always made an excuse. I always said, he's still a young guy.
He's still learning.
Trying to navigate his life. Why am I even, all these things, and I was like, wow. This guy broke up with me 3 times in 1 month.
Hey!
I kept on going. Yes, even after that 3 times in 1 month, I still went back. We still had a thing.
This is epitome of toxic. I love this question.
We still had a thing for my entire 300 level. We still had a thing. We were not now. It now became a situation of we were not now together.
Hey,
but
separated.
He was giving separated waiting divorce papers. I'm serious. It was giving the most, and I was still hung up on this guy. Even to the point of, as of last year, this guy still came into my life. I still accepted him. And he still did the same thing. And I was like, you know what? Enough is
Are
enough.
we sure enough is enough?
No, trust me, enough is enough. Immediately after that, I blocked him. I deleted him. I did everything. I
Thank
said
God,
enough
though.
is enough, and I'm done. And at the same time, my journey with God really helped because at that
That's what saved
it
you.
was that was what saved me this recent time that he came back again after every single thing. What saved me was I had said that I was going to be walking with God, and God was literally telling me, I was not praying the prayer, if it's not for me, let him go. If it's not for me, let him go. He really did go. He really did take an exit. But my advice to you is you need to, oh sorry, now that the words are there, I feel like I'm talking. To you, my advice to you is that you need to decide. The thing about toxic relationships is that it's not like you cannot leave. Is that you feel like if you leave, you have built some sort of attachment.
Investment.
You feel like you have invested so much. I'm serious. 2 years of your life is no joke. 2 years of your life. I don't know how long you've been with this person, but for me, 2 years of my life was no joke. Like, imagine how much impact I could have made into other people's lives if I was not with that guy for 2 years. Let's even just wrap it up. 3 years, because I still spent an entire year going back and forth with this guy. So let's just say my entire university career was based on going back and forth, like my relationships, romantic life. I could have met the love of my life.
Yeah.
What if the love of my life was waiting for me outside of that relationship and was just looking at me from afar? I was like,
well, if it's for you, you'll still be waiting.
It was for me. Maybe it's somewhere there waiting. Maybe
He's watching this video, sir. Send a DM.
Send a DM. Send it to them, then they will direct it to me. But my point is, you have built, I understand how hard it is for you to leave. It took my friends to intervene. It took God to intervene. It took a lot of things. I feel like you need to sit down and then define yourself and define who you are and try to see how you can separate yourself from that relationship. I had to sit down and I think sometimes you're also, another thing I did was I was focusing on the good of that person.
Yeah.
Now it's not good to focus on the bad as well, but I feel like if you focus on the bad more, you'll be able to see the bad more and be like, okay, I need to stay away, I need to walk away, I need to move away, I need to walk away from this thing. So try and create a list.
The pro and the cons.
The pros and the cons. Trust me, if you are able to send in this dilemma and be like, you need to leave, that means the cons are way more and you need to walk away. Please. If you are still very young, there's nothing chasing you. Trust me, I'll tell you now, people may shade me for this. If you are not at the age of 25, if you have not graduated from university, if you are not 26, 27, 28, if you are not any of these ages, and there's not, even if you are 26, 28, I don't even care. There's no pressure for you to be in a relationship. There's no pressure. Trust me, there are some people that don't require soulmates, but I won't go into that biblically. There are some people that don't require having a partner.
I mean, like, there's so much societal pressure. Like, there's this unspoken timeline.
There's this unspoken. For women, it's worse.
Yes, definitely.
It's worse because they'll tell you, at this, your mom will be telling you, at this age, you may not be able to have children.
You can't say it's worse for women, because for men, it's not bad.
It's not bad, but for...
It is so crazy for women. It's like, if you don't get married in your 20s, then something is wrong with you.
They are starting to take you to Shiloh or something.
Exactly.
And
you become a prayer point.
You become a prayer point, I've had people, I've had aunties telling me.
Oh my goodness.
I've had aunties telling me.
So
I've had aunties telling me, just are you in a relationship? I'm like, no. Anybody just, I'm like, no. They're like, they'll tell my mom, hey, she and your mama sorry.
Don't worry, I get it.
She and mama are we not going to start praying on this child because there's no guy like. My mom is sometimes worried. Sometimes she says something, I'm like, mommy, it's not that serious. Like, that's not my goal right now. So, my love, my dear, my darling, you don't need to be in a relationship. Forget the whatever. Trust me. Men are stressful.
Try. No, not me sitting here.
You are happier. Now, this may come from a single sister to you, but like, there's just so much more time for you.
And I think like people think they can't, or they're just so afraid of how to exist without this significant other.
Yeah.
And to them, it's such a big jump. But I can tell you that once you take that jump,
Yeah.
you find out how easy it is. Like, oh, I could have been without this person and still survive. I'm telling you that you will survive.
Yeah, you will.
It might look like such a
You will
big
be
jump
fine.
initially, but
Yeah,
once you
and
take
then-
that leap, you're good.
And then, when you are not attached, I feel like when you are attached to something higher now, I don't want to, I really want to be careful on the idea of religion. But that's why I said, when I said book, when I introduced myself, I said, my big things, I'm big on God. So if it's not centered around God, I don't know what it is to say to you. But like, one thing that I learned recently, I swore off men. Not like I swore off men, but like, okay, so like, I swore off men for like a while, and that's because at the beginning of this year I said, okay, by the end of this year I want to be in a relationship.
How is that a goal? But like, okay, I get it.
By the end of this year I want to be in a relationship, and I was like, that was one thing that I really wanted. But God had other plans. God literally had other plans for me, and every single person that I was talking to, it was like what the person wanted wasn't what I wanted, or the person wasn't aligning with who I was, or whatever. I just found out, and then one of my friends just told me, Tosin, have you noticed that you are unable to keep a man? And I was like,
hey,
that is, I took it as an insult, but then I took it as a sign from God that,
what does Ayemi Timi Bami mean?
that means, hey, look at my life, my own has, look at my
on
life
point.
in my heart. So I literally then said, you know what, just take pause, like, don't talk to a guy. Like, even if you're talking to someone, like, not romantically, if his friends is friends. I mean, just a week after I did that, one guy from wherever he was had to come, hi, and like I said, the only thing I can offer right now is friendship. So my dear, it's a toxic relationship, and you probably are thinking, how am I going to survive? Ever since I did that, and that was like a month ago, my head is clear. You can think. You will achieve your goals.
You'll survive.
You will achieve. You think those? You see that the time you are using to worry if he's cheating on you or if he's doing something bad, you will use it to worry how much money is entering my account and how much money is leaving my account. It was when I saw men, I saw that I'm spending 50k in one day. How come? What am I doing? I mean, many times we may not view it as, many of these relationships may just be a distraction or something of some sort. So it's okay. You will be fine. You will do better. Trust me. Just know that you will be fine. Walk away. If you know that it is pinching you, like we gave the analogy I gave. Some snakes are small, but they are deadly, and they are very, very poisonous and venomous. You get it. You can die. So no matter how, once it's pinching you small, tiny, and you can't take it, walk away.
Okay.
Especially if it's marriage,
You fight
you have to fight against
So
that
should
one.
we continue with the questions, or we should go into the topic proper?
We have like 3 pages of questions.
Oh boy. Okay, I think let me see.
Okay, maybe we should go to the second page. It's not be as if
I think we can put a pause on this.
we can put a pause on this. Okay, so let's go into the topic.
Let's go into. I mean, a lot of the question. I mean, the idea is to ask questions relating to the topic. So, if time's on our side, maybe we could come back.
Yeah.
You can see there.
I'm actually very excited.
Yeah.
The question, I in my head, I didn't think we were going to be that much, but I'm excited.
Please keep the questions coming. We don't want to ever run out of questions.
And then the funny thing is that you can always.
The forum is always there.
Yeah.
Share dilemmas, personal stories,
and
give suggestions, whatever it is. Okay, so back to personal growth.
Hey.
Okay, so let's rewind a bit. Did I just say beef? Yeah. Let's rewind a bit. Leaving uni, how the anxiety of trying to transition into the work life. Like I said earlier, you found your footing, I would say.
A little.
You don't want to take credit, but no wala. But like, how was it transitioning? Like, how was the anxiety? Like, how was it generally?
Okay, so when I left uni, I think I was telling you earlier today when we were together, I told you that on the day of my graduation, I packed my book.
She ran away.
I ran away.
I
ran away. I ran.
So you did not share souvenir, not share food.
Share what? I'm still not taking graduation pictures.
See, if you're looking for Bill's tent, I just want to break it down to you that you will not see me. By God's grace,
I
I will
run
not be
away
there.
because leaving uni was, I won't lie to you, leaving uni was one of the best things that has ever happened to me. Living that, for my personal self, there are some people that university experience was very beautiful and wonderful. But for me, leaving uni was very, very,
Freeing.
was very freeing for me. It was like an opportunity to rebrand and start all over again. And that's where the idea of personal growth for me has like really come in. Like leaving university, I was able to say, okay, who is Tosin and what is it that I want to do?
Self-discovery.
Self-discovery. And that's what personal growth is all about. Self-discovery.
We're talking about this topic, by the way, so when you have time, go check it out.
Okay. Self-improvement, growing constantly. And when I left uni, I felt like I was at a halt. Like everything was
What
paused.
surprised you the most when you left school?
What surprised me the most was...
What was the most surprising realization? Oh my God moment.
University doesn't prepare you for the work.
Hey!
For the workforce.
I hope you're hearing,
It doesn't. Especially in the Nigerian... I don't know about
When you say
outside...
Nigerian or like the private setting?
I will speak from... Now, a little of both. But for the private setting, they don't prepare you for the outside world. They don't. Because...
I mean, we're doing GDS. How will we be prepared?
You're not prepared. You're not prepared for the workforce or the outside world. Is 20% what you learn in school and 80% life. And university doesn't prepare you for life. It prepares you for theoretical things.
One of my friends sent me a voice note yesterday, and she asked me, she gave her tips on life. I was like, what? That is kind of deep.
Yeah, you're not. When I left university, I expected. There's so many things I expected. I feel like the fact that I left university in such a terrible place made me more excited to wanting to enter the outside world and approached it more positively. But as a people that leave university, the very, like, let's say somebody that was so cool, so popular, so had everything, not you, but like people that had it, like they were influential, they were cool, everybody liked them, everybody wanted to be with them. I wasn't really that type of person. So leaving university was like an opportunity for me to. I was so excited. I was like, okay, this is an opportunity. When I got there, and I was like, whoa. See that little space that you were in before? You are thrown into the ocean. Have you ever crossed Third Mainland Bridge?
Once.
You know that water? That water.
Oh, I mean like
when
just
you're at the
passing.
bridge.
Okay.
You see that water? Or have you ever been to the beach?
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're living in Lagos, yes. If you're living in Abuja, this is beef to Abuja people. If you're living in... Oops. So, I mean, if you never know where the water ends. That is how it is when you're in life. You just never. That is how much competition is out there. How much expectation, how much whatever. So when I left Babcock, when I left school, when I left everything that had to do with academics, at first I was now I'm really eager to go back into the academic space.
Yeah.
I'm really eager, but not in this country, by the grace of God. But when I left, I was very, very scared. I was so scared. I was like, what if I don't get a good paying job? And then funny how my parents will have provided a very soft cushion for me. I had like 2 job offers already, and those job offers were not of my own doing. They were of, I know my mommy knows this person, my daddy knows this person. Okay, let my daughter know. She gets. But funny how where I work now, I got the job all on my own.
I heard part of the story.
Yeah, my parents did not.
And that's more fulfilling.
It was very fulfilling having to, have that sense of defining moment. And I feel like that was something that really helped me with my growth. And I said, yeah, I can do this. And then one thing that I learned is that despite how much Despite how much it was so competitive, so whatever. Like I remember the event I went to, I was in a room with over 1,200 people that were almost in the same age gap that I was, looking for the same opportunities that I was, wanting to do the same. There was a competition that I just realized they made us do a competition so we could pitch a particular thing. I didn't even qualify. I didn't even know how. They don't prepare you for all that competitiveness. They prepare you, they give you the idea. Oh, you need to know this for the outside. Trust me, no, it's not it. I feel like there's one thing that you need, particularly when you leave university, is confidence, character, and culture. Funny how these are the three pillars of my secondary school. Then, God bless them. These are the
Three
the
C's.
three C's: culture, character, confidence. You want to be in the workforce of this, especially in Nigeria. People think that it's Gen Z, whatever. If there's anything, people in my office don't see me as a Gen Z. I'm more of a millennial to them. And that's one thing that we need to understand. Gen Z, whatever, whatever, it's not going to help you. Yeah, I can be Gen Z and tell them I'm taking the day off from work and all that. Yeah, there's some times where they understand Gen Z. But when it comes to work ethics and fitting into the and getting a job that pays well, that does well, that gives you the opportunities,
You
that
need
gives
those
you
three
growth,
C's.
you need to be a cultured person. You need to have character. You can't just be any type of person. You need to have good character. You also need to have confidence.
Definitely.
Those are the three C's. Like those things really have moved me, have shifted me from just a regular corporate whatever to exclude. Like if I should leave my job today, I know the amount of jobs that I can get and I would get, and it'll be beautiful, flawless jobs. Like not just I'm trying to go to. I probably may not even need to stress myself in an interview. The job I have now, I didn't have to do an interview.
It was like an appointment.
It was like it was a thing of
Of grace.
Grace, yes, mainly grace, but character.
Yeah.
And
I think
confidence.
if I'm to add a fourth C, I'll say courage as well.
Yeah.
Because like you need to carry yourself with some level of okay, so let me spill this tea here. Okay, so let me spill this tea here. That cutty thing, yeah. It was a thing of I already knew Cutty, but we were not at that level where I should have gotten an all access card because I did get an all access card. And that was how I was able to get to meet Tunde Onokoya again, meet like Wasabi and Cody F and so many great people.
Yeah.
And how did I get it? It was confidence and courage. So I walked into the venue. It was still, the gates were just open. So I got there right on time.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You need to be timely. But like, we won't get into that. So I got there on time and I saw where they were doing the accreditation. The takes, they had their stuff, their setup and everything. But I just thought of it like this is an opportunity for me to meet her in a very subtle space. Like
Where there's not much crowd,
no
and
crowd.
the person's head is not
Exactly. Obviously, I knew her head was going to be all over the place because I mean, her first event was going to start, but like it was a calm setting. There was not going to be crowd. That was the biggest factor. So I don't even know how. I mean, I will say God grace as well because I had prayed. That was on a Sunday, so I was coming from church. I didn't even get to change.
fresh grace.
Exactly. So I was coming from church. I prayed. I said, God, as I'm going to this place, just go with me, open doors for me, that kind of thing. And so I got there and I had the opportunity of going for GT food and drinks
I really wanted to go.
and then come back. But something in my spirit just
Introvert
said,
to me.
go straight into this event. And then I went there and I walked straight into the venue like I knew where I was going. So the takes people didn't even try to stop me because I carried myself like I belonged to be here.
Yeah.
So I just went straight into the venue. We were still setting up. Luna was still doing my mic test. And then I saw Cutty. And then for the first time, we actually got to talk proper. You know, I helped with the setup and everything. I gave ideas to her manager. And like that, I got the all access card just from being confident, you know, and carrying myself well. It didn't, how I dressed at that point did not matter. It
and
was what you about grace.
Yeah.
Confidence still, but grace. I wasn't addressed the way I was dressed because they would have addressed me as this boy just coming from church.
Yeah.
You know, what is he looking for here? You're kind of there. Will you do concert or secular musical plenty, that kind of thing. But I was like, besides all of these things, I have a goal. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And for why I see, still on personal growth, this podcast is 3 years now. Why I see it, there are a lot of people that I want to have on the show. And sometimes I just look at some of my friends, and when I invite them to come for the show, they take it for granted. And it's nothing of pride, it's just I can see where this
Yeah.
could
And if you
get
don't treat
to.
it that way now, you find yourself
Exactly.
just, doing
And
whatever.
so now it's like I'm done with university, and it's not going to be as easy of let's record. I'm not in school anymore. It's not going to be convenient, and very soon, by God's grace, I won't be recording in this space. Like it's good as it is,
Yeah.
but it can get better, and
It will get better.
Do you understand? There's so many testimonies to share.
There's so many, and
Wow.
then I'm just same thing. That was how I got my first job. I was in an event with over 1,200. Now these were people that were coppers. They were coppers because they were wearing their copper uniform. And honestly, I did not even want to go for my own event. My dad had sent me the thing a week prior. I said I would go. Then that Saturday morning, I slept off on my couch like the night before. So my dad just came and he just woke me up and was like, young lady, are you not going for that your event again? Funny enough, I didn't even know that he was his friend. I think he'll go to I should actually get him.
Yeah, you should.
Oh, no. Talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Talk about that later.
This is one thing All right, so definitely would have to continue this conversation. But like you were saying,
So I let me just cut to the chase. So I'm not a person to walk up to people after events. I don't like it. I was already ordering my Uber, and that day I just stuck around, and I just everybody was crowding this man. Now for you were not able to see when everybody was crowding Cutty. For me, everybody was crowding like my boss, like my current boss, and I just out of nowhere he just saw me. He just said, "Hi, hello, how are you?" And I said, "Oh, good afternoon, sir. Hi, my name is this Kiniko. I'm a graduate of so. What are you doing now?" I said, "I am not doing anything currently. Just looking for an internship." Blah, blah, blah. I said, "Okay, you know what? I have an internship for you. Do you know the national institute? Don't worry, Google it. When you Google it, start on Monday."
damn, Grace.
And that Monday, I walked into the office and they just asked me a few questions, and they were like, "Okay, so since it's towards the ending of the month, well, just start the next month."
And that was it.
And that was it. I did not need an interview.
That is
Oh, he asked me to
insane.
send him an email. This is where your character come in. They tell you to do something, do it. Do it. The man literally wrote, now let me tell you how it's more of character and whatever. The man literally wrote all his details on a piece of paper and shared it for everybody.
Yeah, he said so. He said so that day, and you were the only one.
And I was the only one who texted him.
I was talking to my sister the other day, and because she could see that I've actually been making a lot of moves recently.
Yeah.
Like, God's grace. She was like, "How do you do it?" And I was like, "When last did you go for an event that you could benefit something from?" She said, "Okay," and she said, "Someone gave her a business card and she can't find it." I'm like, "That's the reason."
That's the reason. You follow up immediately. That night,
Follow up.
I went to my house. I wrote the email. I sent my CV. Even if there was nothing much, what have I done? I have literally not done anything. Just my internship, like 2 internships I had. And then I still put the fact that I worked at Rough and Tumble when I was in secondary school.
Like a lot of times, like so this year, a couple of public figures have followed me. You understand? And that has opened a lot of doors for me. I mean, like even speaking about this space thing, it's going to be the reason, or one of the reasons. I'll still always emphasize on God's grace, but it's going to be one of the reasons that I'll be changing space soon.
Yeah.
Because I reached out to a studio and they checked my phone and they're saying space is for. I'm like, okay, interesting.
Interested.
Exactly. So like that would always be a door opener
A
for
door
me.
opener, yeah.
And how did I get these people to follow me? It's not just I didn't go, please.
Please, I beg,
like,
follow
most
me.
of they will never indulge that, like never.
Do you get?
But just offer service. That's something people need to learn.
They
If you
would.
want to
They
get
themselves would look for you.
Exactly, when you serve people,
Yeah.
it will come. The Bible even talks about service before leading. You
Yeah,
understand? Or
servant
servant leadership.
Give it back.
Exactly.
But servant leadership.
So
yeah.
always serve. When I saw Koti, I was not about, oh my gosh, please follow me on Instagram. I didn't ask her.
You didn't ask her what she can offer you. You asked her what
Exactly.
can you offer her.
I was like, how far, babes? I'm here on time. You guys clearly need me to help. I'm busy. I'm free. Like,
I don't have anything to do.
What can I do?
Exactly. What can you do? And I feel like if we all take that approach and take that approach to our work and everything, what can you do,
Do.
not what can I get.
Exactly.
You will find that the growth you are seeking, everything you are seeking, will find you. And then on one thing that I really want to emphasize on, that anything that has helped, like let's forget culture, character, confidence, let's forget all that. Let's forget anything. Is hold on to God.
Yeah.
When you put God first in every single thing,
The rest will come.
The rest will come. The rest will come.
I'm not the greatest at quoting scriptures, but there's that scripture that says, put the kingdom first and every other thing will be added onto
it's
you.
somewhere in the book of Matthew.
So yesterday, or I don't know the time we're watching it, but like let's just say some time back, I was in the room with Kiki and like Wasabi, and something Kiki said was the reason why I should say even people that are not Christians get successful is because they are diligent. And in the Bible, God makes it clear that He loves a diligent
person. Yes.
A diligent person.
Yes.
You know, so work hard. The Lord is saying it in secret, and He will reward you publicly.
That's the thing. Don't work and let
I think we're taking these people to church, but that's okay.
I'm serious.
That's
if there's
okay.
an opportunity to talk about God, count me in. 101%. One thing that has helped me throughout, if there's anything that I want anybody to take from this, my personal growth journey or my journey personally, is God. When I started taking God seriously, like I stopped being a lukewarm Christian. Last year, August. At this point, I was down bad. I was really down bad. Like I just graduated. I was dealing with imposter syndrome. Like I did not deserve to graduate.
Did you listen to the episode?
Imagine me thinking.
The episode. Did you listen to the imposter syndrome episode?
No, I didn't.
With Uyi.
With who?
Uyi.
No.
You should check it out. With Dr. Uyi. No.
I didn't, but I will go. But imposter. I was like, I don't deserve to graduate. What is it? But I started downgrading myself. Not just that, I started having episode. I lost friends. I didn't have anything. I was like, oh my God. But I was crying beside my bed. Like I was literally in tears. I was crying and I was ready to say, I said, God, you know what? Either I take this life with my own hands or you take it. Like I'm giving you the life now. I'm giving my life to Christ, like being more serious, stop being lukewarm with my religion, Christianity. There's so much power in that. Like there's so many things that I am doing and I'm like, nah, I can't be here. This is not me. This is a lie. But then I just remember the grace of God has carried you because you have been diligent with me. You have been diligent with God. If you walk with God, you are walking with somebody that created the heavens and the earth, and you think that you will not prosper. My dearie.
Again, so let me just quickly just wrap it up.
Yeah.
So Kiki, again, she said something yesterday. She said she had been doing this for 7 years. You know, I mentioned earlier that like you were shocked that this podcast is 3 years. And people just think, oh, how you just overnight success.
Yeah, overnight success.
Fast rising star. The star has been rising for 7 years, bro. You just didn't see it, but now it has risen. And now everyone can see the light. You understand? So like not everyone is a fast rising star, but we're rising regardless.
Yeah.
So she said it took her 7 years to have a big break. And the thing about God's timing is when it's your time, you better buckle up because you're going to move.
You will move in ways that you do not understand.
The speed, the efficiency is going to be. You'll be like, come on, please, someone should hold because is this all happening? I had a moment like that this May or like past month where I was like, so many things are happening, and so a lot of people was like, this what are you cooking or you get connected? Like I'm building this. I don't want to swear, but I'm building this from bottom up. You understand? And it's great. You know, when it's your time. And I don't want to even think that this is my time. I always like to tell myself like God is just starting in me.
Yeah.
You understand? It's just starting. And I just need to keep being diligent and then you will grow. Like that's the essence of this episode at the end of the day.
Yeah.
How to get to where you want to be, but at the same time giving credit to where you're coming from.
Exactly.
So
I
like,
think personal growth is you see the past.
Yeah.
You look at it, okay, where did I fall here?
Acknowledge the past.
Acknowledge it. Don't discern it. It's don't dwell in it and don't just leave it alone.
And don't overcredit it.
Exactly. Look at it. I made a mistake here. I am here. I don't want to make that mistake. Now you walking say I don't want to make that mistake is now. The result of you not making that mistake again is what you're going to see in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
So hold on to that, knowing that your past doesn't define you. Your present gives an opportunity to redefine your past, and your future is the definition of you. Simple.
All right. So, as we wrap up, what message or piece of advice would you like to give our audience? Like people on their personal growth journey.
People on their
I mean, the
personal
journey never ends.
The journey never ends. Yeah. One thing that I would tell you that you should do is that it's something that is why I just finished saying. God, my love, God. Is it?
No, like that God factor always has to leave.
It is. See, God. If you're on your personal growth journey, first of all, God. Then you have to be intentional. You want to grow, you have to be intentional about everything.
Yeah.
That thing you want to grow about, be intentional. Trust me.
About your friendships. Let's just
be intentional about everything. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress, what you eat. I want to be viewed as a neutral, natural, cute person. Like my wardrobe is brown, white, tan, whatever. I want to be viewed as a sweet person. My scents literally are sweet. Like intentionality, you have to be intentional.
That's
if you're
what
not
builds your
intentional,
brand.
that is what builds you. That is where, and then you have to also keep track. If there's anything, keep track. If you need a video diary, a voice diary, write things down, a journal, do it. Keep track of your growth. Yesterday or this week, I have my Bible journals, the books I journal now in a Christian form. So like I journal to God, like I talk to God, and I was looking at the prayers that I write at the end of every journal session, or every time I spend with God, the prayers I pray about. And I've filled like 2 books. Like those very cute aesthetic books now. I have filled them, and I looked at it and I'm like, I am living, even though there's nothing big right now, I am living testimony.
Definitely.
So one thing that I've learned there is your wins, celebrate them. Celebrate your wins. The little ones, celebrate them. Like me now, I do something called Treat Friday. Every Friday at the end of the week, after hard work and everything, I order myself food.
So we're doing that after this episode?
No.
What do you mean?
Because, excuse me.
Today is Friday now.
No, my Treat Friday is at home. There's cake.
We'll get to the house.
If you want cake, no problem.
Oh, yes, definitely.
But Treat Friday, I give myself a treat for the end of the week. At the end of the month, I look at my wants list, like things I want. When they pay my salary, I'm buying myself something from my want list. Skincare is a treat for myself. I take my skincare very seriously. Those are the little things I take very seriously.
Like that really helps with pattern imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
When you always credit yourself and you always like reward yourself for your little things and you acknowledge them at least. I think I've said this too many times, but I'll say it again. Something that I do, I write all the little wins in my notes. When I'm feeling down, I go back to them.
You know something Jay Shetty was said that we should do at the beginning, although I've not been doing it. At the end of every week, write down your wins.
I do that every day. Like
at the end of every day, compile them. And at the end of the year, when you feel like, oh my God, it's a new year, kiniko, I'm feeling overwhelmed. What am I going to do next year? Read that book. You see how much you've accomplished.
Exactly, personal growth, and that will help you track it
a whole lot.
Also, I recommend that any little accomplishments, write it down. When you're feeling down, when you're having doubts, when the devil is trying to whisper rubbish in your ear,
he's always whispering.
Yeah, so always working. Just go back and read what you've actually. You'll be so proud of yourself.
Yeah,
because you've actually come a long way. You should credit yourself for that. So to end the episode, I'm going to give you questions. I'm going to come at you quick, so I want you to answer them as quickly as you can. First thing that comes to your head. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
The book that shaped your perspective.
48 Laws of Power.
Your favorite motivational quote.
I don't have one.
Okay. Your go-to stress relief technique.
Netflix and sleep.
Okay. Well, that's the end of the game.
Yeah.
Remember that this is just a guide for you to track your growth, and I really hope that you learned something from this episode.
Yeah, I really do hope that they learn.
Even if I didn't learn something, I was reminded of a lot of things that you need to do. So share this episode with your friend. If you're watching on YouTube, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, you can actually ask us. You can ask me questions.
Yeah, the form is always going to be there.
Form is always going to be there.
Comment, like, subscribe, comment again, tag somebody, share with someone that you think is.
Tell them that this thing, I feel like I
It
do
will
that thing a
help
lot. When I listen to
you.
something and I feel like it's for somebody, I just copy the link. Oh, this is for you. So do
Yeah.
that with this, please.
A friend
Okay?
of mine sent one of the episodes to their family group chat, and they all tuned in.
Oh wow.
Exactly, like I appreciate those little things, you know.
Yeah.
So support me now, because it's not
Because when it blows,
when we get
it's
there.
already blowing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so small.
I'm
Like God is ready. God is moving. I won't say moving.
I'm
God is
personal
moving.
growing towards his
Moving the
side.
best. So
Yeah.
just do what you can. If it's on Spotify,
Mhm.
rate us 5, because people are so mean. Because right now I was on the perfect score on Apple Podcasts, and now I'm on 4.9. And it's like one bad rating will get you to that. Do you understand?
Serious?
Just one little hater,
Wow.
one little whoever you are. If you're here again, then something is wrong with
No,
you.
we love you.
Because why do you keep coming back if you don't like what you're seeing? Let me say hater. I know you're enjoying it, so just stick around.
Yes.
So we've come to the end of this episode. Thank you for 3 amazing years of support, of sharing, for listening, and we couldn't have gotten here without you guys, honestly. So yeah. Oh yeah, my birthday will be in 3 days. It's today.
What are we doing?
There's no plan. Like okay, I don't need this anymore. There's no plan. There's no plan. Please, what to eat? Because I've been planning my birthday for too long. I mean, for now. I don't want to do that because I always do like maybe house parties or dinner with friends. This year, I want you guys to take care of me.
Oh.
You know, so I've cancelled all my plans. If I was meant to go to Ashlock's headquarters that day, like I also put the day.
Did you hear what you just said?
I think I should stop.
Ashlocks. Hey,
I'm
God,
kind,
I
of,
beg.
I'm kind of interning now, so like yeah,
Wow.
I didn't want to put that in, but
That is nice. That is
I might
good.
choose to cut this part of the episode out.
Please cut it out. Thank you.
But you can leave it there. Anyone is fine. So yeah, I was meant to go there for something because I was the student rep for the incubation program, and now it's coming to an end. So it's like a 1-day excursion type of thing for the people that are in the inner circle. Those are the people that took it seriously, and like maybe kept performing because we do tests every week. So the people that do well in the test get into the inner circle. So when we have things like this, discussion, internship opportunities, they're the people that get it first. If you understand, so that is the whole idea. So yeah, thank you Yinka Ash for this flex of mine. Thank you God. So yeah, that's it. I will see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.